Hey y'all, welcome back to the third part of my 2026 reading journal setup. This is my 26 books in 2026 spread. Now, I have done this spread in every past reading journal and I have not been successful. I've never read all of the books, but I saw someone else do it this way and I thought this was the coolest thing ever. If I can remember where I saw this, I'll try to link to it, but is that going to happen? I don't know. Because I don't know if I can remember. We'll see. But anyway, what they did was their goal, I guess, was to read 26 books off of their physical TBR. So books they had at their house, already, whatever, physical books. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to read 26 books, physical books that I have here at my house. And so whenever you finish a book, then you draw out the spine of the book. And this person whose video I saw, they did it on kind of a separate piece of paper. And I have quite a few of these journals that I have extra paper in that where I didn't finish it all. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll use a separate piece to kind of trace out maybe the size of the spine that I've drawn on here and on like tracing paper, and then I will do it on this separate piece and I'll glue it on. That way, if something crazy happens and I mess up or I don't like it, I can get a redo and I'm not stressing about this page. So anyway, that is what I did. I have drawn out 26 book spines. I made this page here that I'm currently working on a Dutch door. Sorry, a Dutch door. Sorry, y'all. But anyway, yeah. So like when I go to cut this, I realize, oh, I'm right next to where this signature is kind of stitched together. So I decided to sort of leave a little bit of overlap there and glue it down just so I don't just really mess something up with the binding of my book, because that is not what I wanted. So I grabbed my art glitter glue and I glued that little tiny flap down. I wanted these to look like they're sitting, I guess, kind of on a shelf. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do with the background, but you'll see in a second because I did decide. So anyway, now on the back of this page, I'm just tracing those spines down. I made them different heights, so it's easy. And I went for books laying down over on the right page because, I do this on my shelf at home. I vary whether they're standing or sometimes I'll have them laying down. Really, however I can fit the most, that is what I usually do. So now I've got one of my brown Tombow markers here, and I am coloring this in. Uh, Normally I would have been a little neater about it and tried to not overlap so much there, but this is supposed to be, I did want it to be a wood shelf, and so kind of overlapping, I think just adds to the almost wood grain look of it. I did kind of, you'll see, I kind of practiced on that little piece of paper there to the right. I grabbed some different colors. I wasn't really sure, which ones I wanted to use, but I ended up going with this one, and it's number 900 and something. That was my base coat, and then I grabbed this darker brown one and just added, a little more kind of wood grain type patterns in there. There's not really a wrong way to do this. You just make it look like it. It doesn't even have to be wood. It could be whatever. So now I was thinking about the background and I wasn't really sure, but then I decided that this washi tape kind of almost looks like wallpaper to me. And I was like, what if this is the wall behind this shelf and it's a wallpaper? So that is what I did. This washi tape is from Archer and Olive, and so is that craft knife, but I've swapped from it because it is super mega sharp, and I was afraid that I was going to cut through my page. So that I grabbed my little slice brand cutting tool, because I'm going to have to cut around my my book spines, and this little tool is great for that. It perfectly cuts through the washi. It does not cut my page. It's fantastic. Where did I get it? Amazon, probably, because I live in a small town and you're not buying it here anywhere. So yeah, after a whole super duper lot of taping and cutting and taping and cutting, I am almost done. So this time I did at least kind of put my tape, rather than going across the whole page, I just went vertically with it. Also, I am not like stressing out and trying to match up that pattern on the washi, because that was way more effort than I would want to make. If you want to make that effort, that is up to you. I did not, and I'm okay with it. It does not bother me at all. So there it is, and I like it. It totally, to me, looks like wallpaper. So now I'm trying to figure out about my, my kind of my title for the page, and I I ended up deciding, because I have these little frames. Um, I decided that I wanted to almost do it like it's a gallery wall. I wouldn't put a gallery wall behind a bunch of books in real life, but you know what? I don't care. This is what I wanted to do. So yeah. So I stamped out 4 frames, and then I'm putting in the frames 26 books in 2026, and I cut them out. And then I decided that I wished they were gold, so I grabbed my gold Archer and Olive gel pen, and I colored in some bits on them after I glued them down with my art glitter glue, of course. Now, I have now purchased a gold ink pad. I got it at Hobby Lobby, and it is really pretty. I halfway thought about trying to pull these off of here and redo it, but I probably won't, because, you know, I don't know. That's just a lot. But now I have it for the future if I want to do some things. So yeah, I have these really cute stickers from Pip Sticks, that like little pets in frames, and man, I just think they're the cutest. And I know it doesn't super duper fit with my theme, but it does fit with the gallery wall theme of this spread. So I'm going with it, because how could I not? I mean, how cute are they? I love that little hamster in a little frame. Too stinking cute. I did add a little shadow, a little bit of a shadow inside my frames with the super light blue Tombow. Um, but yeah, that is pretty much it. Now I'm doing the coloring part, because I thought they needed to pop out, I guess, from the background a little. Yeah, I really do like the way this turned out. I'm excited to use it. So now I just got to add it to my index, and then we are all done. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for the next one. Bye.